Hi guys, it's Fentony back with another Fantastic Beasts video, and in this one we're going to be talking about young Grindelwald and young Dumbledore from the Fantastic Beasts trailer that was released yesterday. The original actors from the Deathly Hallows Part 1, Toby Regbo and Jamie Campbell-Bower, have returned, and it was great to see them. So in the trailer, Dumbledore looks into the Mirror of Erised, and you'll remember that from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's where Harry saw his parents, and later, where Dumbledore hid the Philosopher's Stone. The Mirror of Erised shows us our deepest, darkest desires of our hearts. In the past, Dumbledore claimed to only see a pair of thick, white woolen socks, but that was not true. He actually saw his family alive, whole and happy. Percival and Kendra, that's his parents, all returned to him. Ariana, his sister, properly using magic, and alive, and his brother Aberforth reconned to him. But in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, he sees his former best friend, and former love interest, whatever you want to call it. There's no denying that Dumbledore's gay, and Dumbledore loved Grindelwald. He saw him inside the Mirror of Erised. We know that Dumbledore loved Grindelwald, but we're still not exactly sure if them feelings were returned. We don't know if Grindelwald loved Dumbledore, but I'm going to place a bet. I think he did. He did love Dumbledore, but he also loved the fact that there was someone out there just as gifted and just as powerful as him, and someone who he could share his new world order with. We're not exactly sure on the full history between these two. Some of it has been revealed in the Potter books, and a lot of fans, have kind of filled the gaps. But what Fantastic Beasts is teaching us is we don't know everything. J.K. Rowling still hasn't revealed the full story. We're not exactly sure if Dumbledore and Grindelwald have actually seen each other since Ariana's death in 1899. And remember, during this film, we're in 1927. And we've got to remember, Dumbledore is basically depressed. He was a great wizard who excelled in school and graduated from Hogwarts with outstanding honours. But his parents died, and his sister, who was probably an obscurial, she was very troubled. He was forced to put his life on hold and look after his siblings. But then comes Gellert Grindelwald. Dumbledore fell for Grindelwald, and we do believe deep down he kinda knew he was a bad person, especially when he starts talking about using Ariana as a weapon, and gathering the Deathly Hallows, and taking over the world. But Dumbledore was kinda blinded by love. Dumbledore tells Newt that he can't move against Grindelwald, and I do believe he's going to make up something to do with the Ministry. Even though the Ministry are watching him, that's not the truth. The truth is, he fears that he was the one that killed his sister, but also the fact that he fears Grindelwald. I think that Dumbledore fears Grindelwald because he fears that he might actually fall for him once more. He knows that Grindelwald is wrong, and what he's doing is not right, but love might blind him once more. But Dumbledore's also found a new passion, teaching at Hogwarts, passing on what he's learned to the next generation, and Hogwarts is all he has. The Mirror of Erised is there, and I feel that Dumbledore knows he's wasting away in front of it. He knows that Grindelwald must be stopped, but he also still loves him. Men have wasted away before it, not knowing if what they have seen is real, or even possible. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Remember that. These lines back in the Philosopher's Stone never really meant anything. It was just a warning from Dumbledore to Harry. But the more and more we learn about Dumbledore, and now that we know that he looked into the mirror several times, them lines mean quite a lot. Director David Yates has said that Dumbledore must choose between what he knows is right and his love for Grindelwald. And J.K. Rowling has said Fantastic Beasts is basically how Dumbledore becomes Dumbledore we know from Harry Potter. Seeing the actors who played young Dumbledore and Grindelwald return was a nice touch, and I do think this scene is going to further expand, but I do think we're getting the flashback to Ariana's death. I don't know if it's in this film, but it has to happen at some point. I also want to talk about Grindelwald's eyes. They are two different colours, and one of them seems unnatural. Grindelwald is a seer and he can see visions. Perhaps his eye helps him to see visions better, or maybe it's an effect of these visions. And Dumbledore seems to be wearing a bracelet as well, or something round his wrist anyway. He rolls up his sleeve when looking into the Mirror of Erised. Maybe it's connected to Grindelwald. Maybe it allows Dumbledore to communicate with him, or summon him, just like how Credence was able to summon Graves/Grindelwald in the first Fantastic Beasts film. Or maybe it was just a gift from Grindelwald, and Dumbledore used it to remember him. Remember, Jude Law and Johnny Depp are supposedly not having any scenes together, but perhaps that might be a bit of a lie. They share the mirror scene, which is kinda indirect, but they might communicate, through this bracelet or through something else. Or this mirror scene might be all we have for now. Dumbledore might even use the pensieve to view memories, and he might even show Newt, as I do believe that Newt's not going to know the truth about them. Dumbledore's only going to tell him about the Ministry, and not the fact that he and Grindelwald were once friends, and that he loved Grindelwald. I think that Grindelwald will reveal to Newt the truth in Paris, and use it as a way of making Newt and Dumbledore lose trust. He wants Newt to stop trusting Dumbledore. Remember, Grindelwald is a master manipulator, but so is Dumbledore. So in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this scene, and your thoughts on anything I've said in this video, about Dumbledore, about Grindelwald, about the Eye, about anything you want. And if you want to talk about anything else from the trailer, I'm going to have other videos as well. I'm going to do a Nagini video going into more details about her and her connection to Tom Riddle and Credence, and anything else from the trailer that you guys want to talk about. Remember, in my trailer breakdown video, there is a Funko Pop giveaway. Just leave me a comment, tell me which one you want from the Crimes of Grindelwald, and you're in for a chance of winning it. Anyways, remember to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, you love Fantastic Beasts, you love Harry Potter, make sure you subscribe, and go and watch that breakdown. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.